So I was homeless for about 3 years, running my business on the streets. The depth and passion in your gratitude is a huge factor, because I came through it and it made me stronger and better, and I can see how it was the best and I wouldn't trade it for anything. So I was homeless for about 3 years, running my business on the streets. And I was like, half the time I was miserable and depressed as hell, and the other half I was like happy and grateful. Sometimes I'd like visit a friend and they didn't know I was homeless, but they'd be moaning about their job or their relationship or something, and I'd just feel super grateful that I was free. Like, I did what I wanted. And they'd be like, yeah, I gotta go to this thing or this wedding or go meet my parents or whatever. I'd be like, I do whatever I want all day. So it was like a half balance of gratitude and, cursing God. And the situation only changed when I stopped struggling, gave up, and my days were just filled with sort of laying around and occasional gratitude. So at that point, I wasn't half and half grateful and miserable. I was like half grateful and the rest neutral, like just meh, I don't care what happens, I don't care if I live or die. And so this tips the balance of gratitude. And gratitude isn't just like a numbers game or whatever, but if you spend more of your 24 hours in gratitude or neutrality than you do in complaining and anger and bitchiness, then things will start to change for you. There's deeper tricks to gratitude, because what else happened was, whenever I got a piece of food or a drink of water, or I was allowed to change my clothes or buy new clothes or whatever, I was so grateful for that tiny thing. Like, I was so grateful for a night of shelter, or even just like a friendly interaction with another human being, that those moments of gratitude, I was able to milk so much emotional gratefulness and appreciation out of it. And these moments are passing by all the time, but most people are taking them for granted. Most people are not grateful for them. And even when they are grateful for them, it's a shallow gratitude. They're like, oh yeah, I'm so thankful for this food. But that's different than, oh my God, this food is a miracle. How could I be so blessed? I've been starving for days. Like, this morsel is heaven, right? This is a different kind of gratitude. And it's one that you feel if you've been deprived of it for a long time, if you're homeless and miserable. But you can actually tap into it without all of that. Like, no one has to go through what I went through to be grateful. No one has to go through what I went through to appreciate life, to feel blessed by all the things around us and what we're given. And so the more I did that, the more I was that grateful, the more miracles happened for me, and the more my life changed and opportunities showed up, and I was sort of able to weave my way out of homelessness. I was helped by a lot of people. But I didn't get help for 3 years. So why did people suddenly start helping me then? Well, because I was more grateful then. Way more grateful. And not only was I more grateful, but I was less bitchy. I wasn't canceling it out. I was neutral the rest of the time. I was like, life is life, whatever. I guess I'll be like this. I guess I'll die. I'll just accept this. So that acceptance plus a little gratitude was a good balance. And then that acceptance with super deep gratitude is an even better balance. The number of moments you're grateful or neutral versus the number of moments you're negative is a major factor. And secondly, the depth and passion in your gratitude is a huge factor. And you can tell the difference between someone who's truly grateful for something and someone who's just going through the motions with a quick casual thanks. If something bad happens to you, do you have a choice of how you respond to it? Right. So something bad happens. You have a choice to respond to something. And if you're like most people, you will knee-jerk response. You will hate it, fight against it, worry about it, struggle against it, obsess about it, let it take over your day, make a big deal of it, dramatize it, share it with others, spread it. These are how most people react when a bad thing happens. But they don't have to. It is not set in stone. There's no one on the planet like forcing you to react negatively. And there are certain, people you look up to, heroes and idols and celebrities and high achievers who do not react that way. So it's clearly possible. So you have to decide, are you going to forever be a knee-jerker when something bad happens? Or are you going to react and respond in a superior way? Are you going to react in a mature way, in an emotionally healthy way? And it's easier said than done. I mean, it's tempting to knee-jerk react. We've all been there. But it's worth practicing. It's worth improving at. It's worth getting better at. Like it's your life. Do you always want to be knee-jerk reacting and ruining your moments with negativity and obliterating the balance of gratitude? Like, your gratitude could be helping you. If you don't wipe it out every 2 seconds with a knee-jerk reaction, you deserve better. But that means the next skill you work on isn't, how to be a better cook or how to make more money. The next skill is how to stop knee-jerk reacting and respond in a positive way to whatever situation comes. And there's a couple ways to do that. If you're really good, if you get really good, you can just be happy for whatever happens. Like, it's the best, right? You can just respond with, it's the best. This is the Evan Carmichael philosophy, and he's really good at it. If something bad happens, like he broke his neck on tour, and immediately, I mean, maybe there was a split second of this sucks, I don't know, but all anyone heard out of his mouth immediately was, it's the best, it's okay, it's fine, like, this is a good thing, like, it lets me prove how strong I am, it lets me show off a new way, it lets me demonstrate for my audience, it lets me, like, he just found a million reasons that this bad thing was the best. I did not do this when I was homeless. When I was homeless, I was miserable, and I said it was the worst, and I hated everything about it, blah, 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 blah. I mean, I squeezed out some moments of gratitude, but I did not have it's the best attitude. But I do now, because I came through it, and it made me stronger and better, and I can see how it was the best, and I wouldn't trade it for anything. Like, I don't regret it. That was important. I hope other people don't have to go through it, but for me, it was the best. And now, since I've been through that, I have a much easier time saying other things are the best. I have a much easier time being grateful and positive when a bad thing happens. There's been a few moments in the last little while where, something pretty bad has happened, and I'm just like, nah, it's cool. It's cool. I can see some positive things. I can see this positive and that positive. I can make a list even of positives. So I'm happy that I'm able to do that, and I don't knee-jerk react anymore. But like I said, that's a skill that takes a lot of practice. It's hard early when you first start. It's like you have to just only knee-jerk react for a short time. So you still knee-jerk react, but you do it briefly, and then you settle down. Or you knee-jerk react, or you avoid that reaction for a few minutes, but then it comes back to you later in the day, and so you're still doing it. Like, when you first start, it's a bit tricky, but like anything, you can get good at it. Now, the second strategy is something bad happens to you and you notice that you feel negative and bad about it. And so instead of trying to tackle that problem head on or that issue or change how you feel about it, instead you just focus on something that's easy to appreciate, easy to feel grateful for. You go pet a cat, you take a nice refreshing shower, and you feel happy that you have a bed and some pillows. Like you go take a nap, you play a video game, and I mean that can go wrong depending on what kind of games you play, but you get the point. You do something that shifts your mood and maintains the balance of your day. So those are the two best ways I know how. And I don't know, sadly, most people do not do them. And I'm teaching them here, and I don't know how many people watching are actually going to do them. I hope you all do. It will make your lives so much better. But I get it if anyone doesn't. I hope that helps. Those gratitude practices helped me, daily gratitude, morning and night, in a very deep way, and they can help you too. Honest. If you want to know more about gratitude or you want some like personal coaching, I can guide you through some amazing exercises and steps. Just join my Facebook group, my private Facebook group at jryze.me/sessions, or links in the description below.